Hello, dear friends. It seems the war is forcing the White Hats to get off their asses. Opinion piece. Origin of humankind. Vega Star of the constellation Lyra. Were they the ancient builder race? They participated in the creation of humanity. They were disseminated because of the Orion Wars. Let's start. All sources of the Great Galactic Revelation agree that the star Vega of the constellation Lyra would be the first origin of the human species that later spread throughout the entire disk galaxy. It is known for being the first planet to have physical humanoid beings, which then spread in all directions due to a reptilian invasion that took place during the Orion Wars. Vega, Lyra's brightest star, is one of the brightest stars in the night sky and forms one corner of the famous Sama Triangle. Vega is a bluish star located about 25 light-years from Earth that can be seen at the zenith during summer nights. The other two stars are Deneb in the constellation of the Swan and Altair in the Eagle. Ascension leaders. At this moment, several galactic species are gathered here to help and guide humanity in its ascension process according to Aurora Ray. These beings are communicating and sharing information essential to this process with many members of the family of light. And like any family, it makes sense that each species would try to contact the starseeds that belong to their family. Although many people now say they are Pleiadian, in my case, I believe I am a Lyran, and among my star family, you could find some of the oldest and wisest souls in our galaxy, as the Lyrans are the founding race. Hopefully, if you are a Lyran starseed, your heart will resonate with the information in this text, and you will begin to identify with some traits of this family. First of all, you should know that the Lyrians played a unique role in the creation of humankind. They were the ones who offered the fire element to planet Earth. Furthermore, many souls in Atlantis were of Lyran descent. They taught the ancient civilization of Atlantis, Mu, and Lemuria about the use of frequency and resonance. Traits. You may have heard of the feline traits of lilies. Its nose and eyes would remind you of a lion or an African cat. Additionally, although they resemble humans, they can change the color of their skin and eyes depending on their local star. If you are a Lyra starseed, you will begin to notice the traits of your star family after your awakening. However, some signs may appear when exposed to intense experiences. This is true of all star seeds, but is especially true of Lyras due to their strong connection to physical ground and their power of manifestation. The Lyrian starseed is very spontaneous and shows its genuinely high energy all the time. Due to their high energy, they want to try many things, explore many places, and work intensely on their personal projects. But because they have so much energy, they often work a lot without realizing it, and sometimes end up feeling exhausted. That's why they like to explore so many things. After burnout, they tend to focus on new things. Lighter starseeds are friendly and outstanding leaders, but prefer to work and be around people from their own galactic family. They tend to be more reserved when they are in the presence of members of other families. This is why they are very good at receiving personal information and having strong perceptions about others. They like to avoid unnecessary conflict, so they can reserve their energy from what matters to them, which is their mission. His tireless determination to see each project through to completion sets a great example that others are inspired to follow. Of all Lyra's starseed traits, this is the one that makes them most unique. They are very grounded and live in the present. As a result, they excel in physical activities such as sports. They tend to be very skillful with their hands and often become expert traders. They are in good health and in tune with their body, meaning they know immediately when their health is outside of their natural well being. They are also very sensitive and can identify a sick person if they are nearby. However, when they neglect their health, they experience worse symptoms than most due to their intense and ingrained life experience. If you are a Lyra starseed, know that you have unlimited spiritual potential. This will be a clear advantage for your ascension journey. Finally, the final trait of the Lyra starseed is their keen sense of justice. Along with your natural leadership skills, this will make a Lyra don't give everything he has to fight for social justice. This is why Lyra starseed is vital to the ascension movement. They are meant to guide humanity into its bright future and the Earth into its golden age. Solar Storm. Solar Storm Watch. One and perhaps two waves of solar mass could brush against the Earth's magnetic field on November 4th. It's today. Individually, neither wave is particularly significant, but if added together, they could cause a geomagnetic storm if one sweeps away the other from a cannibalistic wave. A cannibal wave refers to one coronal mass ejection sweeping away or interacting with another, which can result in larger, more complex wave. Cannibal waves may be responsible for the formation of complex plasma clouds that have a larger and more complicated structure compared to typical waves. When solar waves interact in this way, they can have a more significant impact on Earth's magnetic field and trigger prolonged geomagnetic storms. These magnetic storms can affect communications, satellite navigation, and other systems that depend on the stability of the Earth's magnetic field. Coronal mass ejections are clouds of electrified magnetic gas weighing billions of tons ejected from the Sun and launched into space at speeds ranging from 20 to 2,000 kilometers per second. Recent news. Donald Trump said the next few days would be unforgettable. Don't let panic. On Thursday, November 2nd, Trump published that it is time and that the biggest event would happen this month of November 2023. Alex Collier said that the Iraqi dinar was internationalized on Friday, October 27, and that same day, 3,600 American soldiers began to withdraw from Iraq so that this country could declare itself a sovereign nation. Mark Sira claims that things are already done and we are waiting for them to be implemented. He doesn't know if they can hide it that long in today's world. His gut sometimes screams that we will cross the finish line in the next few days or weeks, but his analytical mind tells him it will arrive on January 1st. It's yet a matter of time. According to Mark Sira, Chinese seniors, are upset with the bonus processes and are going to ahead and pay the 1% bonus. Then they want the reset and pay the rest in gold and asset-backed money. When fiat money dies, we will turn to asset-backed dollars. On October 30th, Colombia revalued its currency, so we now have at least two countries, Iraq and Colombia, that have reevaluated their currency, and perhaps there are more. On Tuesday, October 31st, Mr. Savage said on Telegram, in quotes, New York Paymaster Michael Rabin said everything was done. All the money was all in the banks and ready to go. All the goods were inside. Colombia is already liquid. Just be patient. We are there. Close quotes. It is expected that Middle Eastern nations not accepting the law for oil would cause a stock market crash, bringing the need for a financial reset. The Bank of Japan is the first domino to fall. The rest of the G7 central banks would fall in quick succession. Currency devaluation leads to a rapid increase in bond yields, which would collapse non-performing financial assets. Prepare for financial Armageddon. You can't stop what is going to happen. Economy. Ravi Farber believes that the financial system would be on the brink of a catastrophe. Andrew Maguire believes the Fed will send the price of gold into a stratosphere. The game has changed and the revaluation of gold begins. Gold will skyrocket once investors realize the financial losses resulting from a currency revaluation. The price of gold will rise in 2024 compared to this year's average because central banks would begin to relax policy monetary crisis after the Middle East conflict fueled safe haven gold's rally above $2,000, a Reuters poll showed on Wednesday. The IMF admits that inflation is not transitory and that it is here to stay. The Swiss prepare for bank runs. Banks are reflecting on new rules to avoid bank runs, according to Swiss authorities. According to American media group, 21 major countries refuse to use the petrodollar for oil transactions. The fuel embargo on Russia has caused a rise in prices and has forced us to look for alternative sources of gasoline and diesel. Russia shifted its fuel exports to Brazil, Turkey, several countries in North and West Africa, and the Gulf states in the Middle East. Arcadia Economics believes another week on the brink of the financial abyss. Gold and silver continue to struggle as the race for liquidity nears a climax, with very weak megabank stocks exposing viral flaws in the banking system. The ECB manages to put consumption to sleep, but fuels fear savings. Recession knocks on the doors of Europe and pursues the US. The ECB has already cooled the Eurozone economy, but the Fed has not achieved it yet. However, experts warn against claiming victory in the soft landing. The US is preparing for a possible avalanche of Iranian cyber attacks in retaliation for its support for Israel in its conflict with Hamas. First commercial space plane in the world, the American company Sierra Space announced this Thursday that the construction of the first model of the Dream Chaser fleet spacecraft, called Tenacity, has been completed, which will be used to transport cargo to the International Space Station. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.